Another day, guys, another data mine compilation that we're gonna talk a little bit about it. So yes, we had in the dev server some changes today, and with the data mines made by Gszabi, that the link is in the description for you to help him out, you can actually find the inner bits that got changed today. Okay, so we start off with the fly model of the Hawk 200 and the Hawk 200 RDA. So both of them, they will compress a little bit more. Okay, so basically in a lower airspeed than before, together with a stronger feeling of compression is going to be now in effect. Okay, so it means that the aircraft will be a little bit less, I would say, nimble in the higher airspeeds. You know, in the lower airspeeds, of course, it won't change too much, a little bit, but not too much. But in a general perspective, you know, in the higher the airspeed it is now, it is going to be worse, and these higher airspeeds will be feelable, this compressibility, in a lower airspeed than before, right? And even the maximum that you can actually pitch, it is a little bit lower. So overall, sluggishness, if that is even a word, is kind of added to the Hawk a little bit, right? But enough about nerfs. We have another buff to the MB326, guys. So this vehicle received another thrust buff. Okay, so it is a little bit more like stronger on the engine, around like more or less 1.9 kilonewtons of thrust more, which is kind of significant for the engine thrust that this actual engine produced, right? So it's much better now. Also, the empty mass is now decreased by like 50 kilograms. So it is tiny margins, but the aircraft is becoming better and better. I gotta say, guys, this is going to be one of the best aircraft in the patch. It's gonna be pretty good at 7.0. Because if you compare, for example, to the F-84, this thing flies way better. So, yeah, it just feels a lot lighter than some of these aircraft that you see, right? So, very cool. We had another change to the places where stuff are in the tech tree here with the M44 and the M55. So the M55 now is on a fold together with the M44. This is in the US over here, and also in the French. So yeah, pretty good. Another interesting thing, it's not really a change, but it is a funny bug that is happening once you are actually with, you know, if you put the Sea Eagles over here, sometimes, let me just see if it actually happens. Sometimes this aircraft is actually like pitching backwards, which is kind of funny. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. See? So you can see this is why we need a dev server. And we need a longer dev server so that this type of thing doesn't happen in the live server. Because, yeah, look at this. So kind of weird, right? And I forgot to mention before on the F16 video, guys, that they added 120 countermeasures to the AM version of the Norwegian F16, right? Which is pretty good. So more countermeasures to the F16 on the Swedish sector. Also in the Su-17 M4, the Su-22 M4, and the Su-22 M4 WTG-61, they introduced a new type of, you know, not a new type, but just they fixed the amount of countermeasures that he had. Now he has 384 countermeasures together with the 12 large caliber ones, which help this thing become a little bit better. I think, I have to check, but I think they included extra like places of, you know, these countermeasures, which is helpful, I would say. Another thing is that they finally fixed the armor or improperly implemented the armor of the LVT M24, right? So the naming is also correct now. So as you can see, no more infinite armor over here, which is pretty great. And yeah, it's going to be a very easy tank to actually destroy. But at the same time, I mean, the problem is that APHE works in a very unrealistic way in War Thunder. And because of that, APHE will probably completely destroy this tank with one shot. But even with that, I think it's still going to be a pretty interesting vehicle because of the BR. I mean, M24 turret on this BR, yeah, it's pretty great. If you have the M60 AMBT, the Turkish M60 over here, it got actually changed up a little bit. So now it has the first stage of the ammo rack over here will have 15 rounds instead of 10. And also, the turret will turn a little bit faster. So, yeah, it says here that it's around, you know, 26, 38. but apparently it's supposed to be like 45 or something. I don't know exactly, but yeah, so it's kind of a buff. And they also introduced a new, hydraulic stuff here inside the turret, so that if you destroy it, it will make the tank basically get the turret stuck, right? Another change is on the BTR-82, so they decreased the amount of thermal quality on the gunner. So it is now basically a first generation. Before it was like a second generation. And also, the commander doesn't have any thermals anymore. It's just NVD. So a little bit different, but it doesn't matter too much. They also decreased a little bit of the weight of the vehicle, so it should be a little bit better. So the select armor, basically, protection over here, apparently they changed it up again. It was already 1 ton before, but then they changed it up, I think, again. It was 1.5, I think, before, but then they changed to 1. I don't know exactly, but, well, it is better. They also included extra missiles onto the Jaguar over here on the terms of the damage model. Before, it was basically, it just had the 2. Now, it will have the proper missiles fitted right there in the back, okay? It would probably have a very long reload since it's outside the tank, right? But still, you get the point. Another change is that they finally, I think, finished the introduction or the implementation of the Su-30 Mk2 engine. So now it has finally the right name, which is the AL31F, the original Su-27 engine, right? And with that, it has less mass as well, 1,520 kilograms. So yeah, that's great. Small changes, but yeah, 50 kilograms each, 100 kilograms less to the aircraft. So, it's not nothing, right? And that's kind of it, guys. So very, very minor things. The last thing that I'm going to mention here is that if you don't know, I talked about this in the other video, but the Apache Guardian of the British got renamed to AH Mark II, right? And basically this is it. So very minor things. I would assume that during the weekend we will not see any updates on the dev server. If there are, I will be here covering. But if they're not, I see you guys with this type of video on a Monday, okay? I'll be probably covering other things during the weekend. But yeah, I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. And bye, guys. See ya.